So you want to learn how to play Erlang Shen. Well, you've come to the right place, because I'm going to tell you how to level Erlang's abilities, how to build Erlang, and what his abilities do, so let's go ahead and get into the video. Let's start this off with Erlang Shen's passive, called Howling Celestial Dog. Every time Erlang hits a basic attack, his dog hits as well, for 5% of the basic attack's power, and 1.75% of the target's max HP. And this only works on gods and minions, but basically, anytime you basic attack, your dog basic attacks. It's pretty cool. Erlang Shen's one is a self buff that gives you extra physical damage, lifesteal, and it reduces the enemy's damage that they could deal to you, and then it stacks up to 3 different times. This is what it looks like, and basically you just get a bunch of extra stats when you're fighting, on top of your dog also dealing extra damage with your one. Erlang Shen's 2 is nothing special. It's a spear you throw, it deals damage, but if you hit the inner circle of the spear, it roots them for 1.3 seconds and is actually really useful. Erlang Shen's 3 has 2 different parts. The first part we're going to look at is the turtle form, where you run into enemies and get a shield for 12 seconds. Unless it runs out, then I mean it's shorter. But the second form is his Minx form, where he runs into enemies dealing damage, but it gets increased attack speed and movement speed, depending on what rank. You could get up to a 35% buff in your attack speed through Minx form. Erlang Shen's ultimate is a taunt, where he taunts enemies towards him. It gives him a big heal based off 15% of your maximum HP, and the ability rank giving you even more HP. And it gives you 4 seconds of damage mitigation on top of that. Let's move on to leveling. Alright guys, when you play Conquest, you're going to want to level your 2, your 1, then your 3. You want to max your 3, put any points that are available into your ultimate when you can. Then you want to max your 1 and your 2 for last. Let's move on to the build. Alright guys, if you made it this far in the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. But I like to go War Flag. Other starter items that are viable that you can do, Death's Toll's good, and Mannequin Scepter is also very good. But I prefer War Flag. Now, Berserker Shield is the next item I like to go, because it gives me 25% attack speed. The passive is when you get below 40% of your max HP, you go Berserk for 5 seconds, giving you 7% damage mitigation. Basically, you take less damage when you're at low HP, and that's good. It also gives you 40 physical protection, 20 physical power, and 15 HP 5 on top of the 25 attack speed. Now, Erlang Shen's a basic attack oriented character, so anything that gives you increased damage on your basics, or for example slows or does any sort of debuff to your enemy through basic attacks, is what you want to go for on Erlang. Next, I'm going Shogun, because what we're really after is it gives you 30% increased attack speed to you and your allied gods, but you're really doing it for yourself. It doesn't really matter about your team, to be honest with you. Now, 50 magical protection is what it gives you. It gives you 150 health, 20 MP5, and 10% cooldown reduction, which is nice. Now, the next thing I like to go into is Frostbound Hammer. Frostbound Hammer is a really good item, because anytime you attack someone with your basic attacks, it slows their movement speed and reduces their attack speed as well. It's a great item. Now, Talisman of Energy is what I like to go. It's a very useful item. It's basically War Flag, which gives you increased movement speed and attack speed, but better as an item, because it gives you better stats, of course. But getting a kill or an assist on enemies or minions or anything causes your allies and you to get stacks of energy. Stacks of energies provide you with 2% movement speed, 2% attack speed, and 10 MP5 per stack. And this could stack up to 6 times, lasting 10 seconds. Very good. Now, this item is a must-have if you're going to play Erlang. Stone Cutting Sword, giving you some physical power, some movement speed. It gives you, every time you basic attack, it decreases the enemy's physical protections and gives you physical protections. Now, you could go Quinn Sace. Very good item, but that's like more of a damage item. You could also go Golden Blade, for example, if you're playing solo or you're jungling. I don't know exactly what you would be doing with Golden Blade, but it's there. It's a good option. Toxic Blade is there for anti-heal. When you basic attack, it reduces enemies' healing. So if you're against an Afro, a Guan, any type of character that heals, it's a useful item. Any other items I could think of? I like going Void Shield or Shifter Shield. They're both very viable. I'm going to talk about Relics real quick. Now, because I'm a team player, I like getting Shell. Also, you could Shell yourself. It's nice to have. Frenzy is a pretty good option for Erlang. You could always get Sundering Spear if you could hit it. It's just an awesome item to have. I mean, Relic. But, I mean, you know what I mean. You could upgrade this into Spartan Flag. I've changed my mind recently. Spartan Flag is actually my favorite war flag upgrade because anytime you're fighting an enemy, it drops down a Spartan Flag, and this gives you a 10% increased power bonus to not just yourself, but to your allies. And it just keeps popping the flag every 10 seconds, which is pretty wild. So if you found any of this information useful, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.